Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
On 2.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Back to Mixon on second down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Well, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent.
There he goes, right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now inside the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, here we go. Backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A good run there on right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Moving inside the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Yellow, yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, and then you do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of a quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
After one, 17-7 is our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Got a man, that's Richie James. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but now let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And the Chiefs at 12-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Collins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 8 yards one's out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now?
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown! Rashee Rice with a second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 16 now. They work on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Pacheco headed right.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Herb Smith Jr. taking it in. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film, that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
4 yards on the pickup.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Now Browning. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Browning. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw, Browning. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there. And that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. He will return this from deep in the... And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now Patrick going to change the play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back to throw. Browning. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Browning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Mixon will try the right side. Shoves him, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On first down, Browning. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Hey, 43, 15. 15.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Running the slant, Gray with it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. An option handoff here to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Browning. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bengals first down.
Back to throw again. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Browning. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd down. Browning. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try to pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
At the 7-yard line.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. There he goes left side. Now he's loose up the left sideline. Now look out. He's to the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Browning. Looking deep here for Chase. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that would go far incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw on 3rd down. Browning. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 9 here. An option handoff here to Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking.